Good afternoon, this is Nicholas from Gandora Gaming, and I have a question for all my viewers and subscribers. That question being, is Tearlaments still one of the best decks in the meta? I mean, if we just saw yesterday's ban list, this deck got slaughtered. Like, no joke, every single one of their shufflers got put to one, all their millers got put to one, this whole deck got murdered on the ban list. Yet, all the market prices are still shooting up, and Tearlaments looks like, with the new Mikanko engine, as still one of the most prevalent decks in the format, which is kind of crazy. The fact that this deck got Dragon Ruler and is still kicking is amazing, and it's honestly showing you the power creep in this archetype as a whole. Now, do I think Tearlaments is still going to be best deck in the format? Well, I don't think so, but that's still yet to see. We still have this format hasn't even started yet until the ban list officially starts. But as of right now, Tearlaments, in my personal opinion, is personally probably in the top 10 best decks this format, even after all the hits. And that's saying some crazy things because they've been nerfed to the dirt. I mean, all these shufflers are put to one, and everything seems like, how can you play? Kikaos is banned. All the main ones, Merly, Havinus, all of them, they're Sheeran, they're all put to one. If you get DD Crowed, if you get any of the Tearlaments banished with the Bistials, you're never getting those names back. If you get Merly gets banished, Merly is gone forever. She's not coming back. If you banish Happiness, it ain't coming back. Same thing with all the other ones. And not to mention, you milling the right ones is so much harder now. So, you tell me, how the hell is this deck still functional? Well, every YouTube deck you see on the comments are saying, hey, here's a crazy combo out of the format. It's still going. It still makes like 3 fusions. And I can attest to that. This deck is still crazy as hell. But I definitely think once this format starts and actually keeps going as the weeks progress, Tearlaments, I don't think is going to stay around. I think enough people have murdered this deck enough, and enough people will get tired of playing this deck enough, that the deck will eventually fall out of the meta. I really do. As long as Konami doesn't print any other Tearlament cards, I think this is it for Tearlaments, personally. I know there's 5 different ways to play the deck still, and the deck is still in on its fusions and stuff. But if this deck ever becomes as remotely as 3rd or 4th best deck in the format, then the Bistials will keep it out. No joke. There has been no hits to the Bistials. If everyone still side decks 6 or 7 of those things, there's no way Tearlaments can keep playing. Because any Bistial effect actually landing on your Tearlaments ends you the game now. No joke. Before it's oh, they hit a Tearlament, who cares? They hit me with a Bistial, I can still play through that. No. They hit a Bistial lands and hits your card, your turn's ending. That's how it is now. And that's kind of crazy. Now, don't get me wrong, they still have the shufflers, so technically they go shufflers, dodge, they banish, thus you still get the, you still keep the Merly, you still keep the Hobbit, you still keep the Shirley, but they still have that Bistial hand. Bistials are now the gatekeepers for Tearlaments. If Tearlaments truly want to stay in this meta, they got to play through those Bistials. And before, a really good player could play through them, but I don't know how they're going to be able to play through all the Bistials anymore. I really don't. That's my personal opinion. I think it's kind of a big flashy, Tearlaments can play through everything, but can they though? I mean, Splite's basically still at full power with the new Bujin card, so they basically lost nothing. So Splite can still do its whole combo. As for Kashtira has full power right now. Straight up, that deck is going to be toxic as all hell. I don't know what Tearlaments can do, even with a Shadal engine, that can make them different enough from the best fusion deck in the format, which is Branded. Branded Bistial is officially the best fusion deck in the format, and that's my personal opinion. Don't get me wrong, Tearlaments can make a decent board, but you can just splash the 3 Tearlaments in Branded Bisted. you can just play them as like branded fusion targets to send off branded fusion, and you still got that full combo. You still do everything that this deck does without relying on bricking on shifter. Well, not bricking on shifter, but losing the shifter. Because, again, Brandon doesn't care about shifter. All their cards get banished, that's fine. So I personally don't know where this deck will fall in the meta. I really don't. That's why I put in a community poll. You guys can vote. If you guys think this deck's going to be A tier, B tier, rogue at best, falling off completely, we will see. I will think some good players will still keep playing tier element, but personally, I wish this deck has its last day in the sun and finally retires on the Grateful Universe, knowing that this deck, officially, in my personal opinion, was probably the strongest deck we've ever had in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, stronger than Zodiac, stronger than all the other wind-up FTKs and all that stuff. I honestly think Tier 0 belongs to Tearlaments now. When people think Tier 0 format, they're going to think Tearlaments. And that's kind of crazy. Now, if you want me to post a Tearlament deck profile, I absolutely will. But honestly, I think it's time for the other archetypes to shine. And I'm just looking forward to that. So, you tell me in the comments what you think. Personally, I think Tearlaments are done for. See y'all in the next one.